G'day guys, it's me. I'm in New York. You would have already seen a lot of tweets and Facebook posts from me. I'm here for the BlackBerry 10 launch. I couldn't tell you guys earlier, but it was a bit of a secret that I had to keep, and I kind of managed it just. So, BlackBerry 10. I have it, and I have a few impressions, but I'm going to give you a bit of a rundown on what happened today as part of the BlackBerry 10 launch. I even took notes. So, today they didn't reveal a great large amount of things that we didn't already know, but some of the things I want to really quickly touch on. Storymaker. Now, Storymaker is an app that's on the BlackBerry, which is really kind of cool for, you know, piecing together a movie based on images, video that you've taken and stuff like that. Really, really easy. I actually did one today based on the pictures that I took, and it's so simple. You create a title, insert your content, create an end title, choose music, and it just does it all together. Transitions, super easy. That's kind of cool. I like that. That's a nice little feature to have. Now, also they spoke a bit more about balance and how simple it is to switch between personal and work life on your mobile device. Yeah, really good. They've done a really good job of being able to sort of say, you know what, I'm at work now, so here's my work profile, or you know what, it's my weekend, all I want to see is my personal stuff. Super easy, and also a good way to switch off, even though you're carrying a corporate device, easy way to switch off. So yeah, I like what they did with balance, really, really cool. The camera, they demoed the camera with the whole time shift thing. Now, if you don't know exactly what I'm talking about, say for example, I take a picture of your beautiful face and you blink, and that's ruined my moment. What you can actually do is rewind time, or even fast forward time, to find the spot before they blinked or after they blinked or whatever you need. And that's really cool because it's so often that you'll take a photo and 3 people are smiling and one of you is with your eyes shut or you're something. So yeah, really, really handy feature. I used it today, can tell you that it does work as well. It works quite well. They spoke today about having 70,000 apps in the App Store now. So some of those include Skype and WhatsApp, which I didn't know about earlier as well. Still no Instagram. I would really love to see Instagram there. That's something that really holds me back from completely committing myself to a BlackBerry device. Interesting. They spoke about availability. Obviously, you know, when can I have one? And it varies so much from country to country, and you kind of need to speak to your telcos locally about it. You know, some people are getting it in March, some people are getting it in February. I think in the UK they're getting it tomorrow. I have mine now. But anyway, that was an interesting thing. They made a huge announcement today about their new global creative director, Alicia Keys, the singer. And I found this completely, it kind of freaked me out because here's why. And it gives you a bit of an idea about me as well. So once I found out about this trip, you know, straight away I start thinking about songs around New York. You know, Empire State of Mind by Alicia Keys, first thing that came to my mind. I downloaded it. I was listening to it almost daily up until this trip. So Alicia Keys and BlackBerry was always kind of meshed together in my head anyway. And yeah, and then today I find out that she's actually now an employee of BlackBerry, not Research in Motion anymore. They're just BlackBerry. Yeah, so Alicia Keys, she has a job in a tech company. I never would have thought that would happen, but I think that's a really good move. It's going to be great to get her involved. I think they're going to use her a lot for the entertainment industry, sort of some new angles which they can use to target consumers as well. Really, really cool. Plus, Alicia Keys, like she's pretty awesome. So I've been using my, this is the BlackBerry Z10. I did do a quick unboxing of it earlier. You know, it's not the best quality video I've ever done. It's actually quite poor, but I just was dying to unwrap it and show you guys exactly what it looked like. So the Z10, you can kind of see it's beautiful. It's a really, really nice device. It looks a lot like the Dev device as well, which I was a little bit, not disappointed, but surprised. I thought they would change it a little bit more. You know, simple candy bar style design. You turn the thing on, you've really got a power button and just the volume buttons, and then you're in the home screen. It's all touch, and the majority of things that you do on here is touch based, and it takes a little bit of getting used to, and sometimes you find yourself a little stuck. You don't know what you should be doing to get out of an application, or you're stuck in something, you don't know what you should be doing. So this is nice. Now I did tweet a photo about it earlier. iPhone 5 and BlackBerry Z10 next to each other. Really, really similar. The BlackBerry is a little wider, so you've got a nice bit of a wider screen. It's a tiny bit thicker, and it's a tiny, tiny bit longer. Really small difference. but I know that people like to see those comparisons drawn, and that's one of them. By the way, love this case. It's like a beautiful Ferrari red case. I had to tell you about that one. Now, I've been using it all day. I was charging in between. When I first got the device, I didn't have a full charge. I had like 50% charge, and I had to top it up, and I was really working the thing hard. Now, taking a lot of photos with it. First thing I learned was it's not a bad camera. It's probably the best camera that BlackBerry's ever had on a phone, but it's not the best camera I've ever used. I was taking photos and sometimes just couldn't get the photo that I really wanted, and then I'd pull the iPhone out and take a shot, because the iPhone just seems to handle different lighting situations a bit better than the BlackBerry one. The operating system is so smooth. I didn't find any lag in between applications, no matter how many I opened or what I was doing. No lag whatsoever, which was really, really nice to see. I was pushing it. One thing, it's got a removable back case, which my iPhone doesn't. I can change the battery, I can insert a micro SD card. Those things are really good, which I can't do on the iPhone. So that's something I had to mention as well, is, you know, obviously a lot of Android phones have them, but yeah, it's good to see BlackBerry sticking with that. It's a 16 gig version. You're left with about 13 gig of actual free space. Plus obviously you've got the expandable memory, so you can always put a 32 gig micro SD card in it, and away you go. The display is beautiful. It's actually really, really sharp and dense. You will see pixels, but you really have to kind of work hard to get there. And watching video content play back on this is really, really enjoyable. It's very smooth. And the inbuilt speaker in this was really loud, like really loud. So that's cool. What else? There's a couple of bugs. You know, I'm looking at this as a first ever device, first ever OS for BlackBerry. I'm always trying to forget everything that BlackBerry's done in the past and consider this to be like a new company, new everything. And yeah, there's a few bugs. You know, a couple of times I've been using it, it's like, what the hell? And you kind of have to fix things up and you get there. But yeah, there's a couple of small issues, but I know that they'll be fixed with updates and stuff like that. I think the platform is really solid, and I think that it's going to improve a lot over time, a lot. The battery, yeah. Now I did say I didn't have a full charge. I had a charger with me, which I was plugging in quite a bit, but I don't know if I was just really harsh on the phone or what, but I found the battery life is dying a lot quicker than I wanted. Obviously that's good that I can have a spare battery and swap them in and out if I need to, but it's just a hassle. One of the things I noticed today when they were doing the demo as well is I was watching the battery meter, and theirs was the same thing. So I'm not going to say it's just my device. I have a feeling, and I'm going to know this more over time, but I have a feeling that battery life on this is going to be a bit poor. The keyboard, you know, huge hardcore BlackBerry people are going to know that the physical keyboard is the be-all end-all. That's all they want to know about. You really need to try it, because it's actually really cool and it's smart. It's already learning my words, it's already learning my sequence of words. So I'm getting to a point where I'm not even typing much anymore. I'm just flicking up from each letter because it just knows what I'm doing. So I'll be like, hi, I'm just pressing, you know, H-I space, and the next one is how, because I'm usually like, hi, how are you, right? So it's like, hi, space, flick the H for how, and it already does the space for you. Flick the A for R, and then it does the space again, and then flick the Y for you. And I've done like 4 words and with barely touching the actual phone, which is really cool. Yeah, it's continually learning. It's really exciting. So that's excellent. The keyboard is just probably my standout feature. The time shift camera is really cool as well, but definitely that keyboard, yeah, it would sell anybody. And it's a full single thumb touch. You see the iPhone ads? I've honestly been able to use the whole device with just one hand. I have a Galaxy Note 2 with me as well, and that's definitely not a one-handed device. And even the Galaxy S3 I don't think is always a one-handed device, but yeah, the Z10, really, really easy to get around with. I also had my hands on a BlackBerry Q10, which is the physical keyboard version. Yeah, pretty nice as well, pretty nice, but I think the loss of screen real estate just isn't worth it so you can have the physical keyboard back. When a keyboard is that good on this, you really won't be looking at it. We have no idea when that's coming out yet. It's probably like late March at least. And yeah, I'm excited for it, but I wouldn't even consider it for myself, because the question would be, why would I? This one looks like the BlackBerry to have. Now, the case on the back, I'm trying to not show you too much, ignore it. I met Thorsten Heinz today, who's the CEO of BlackBerry, and he gave out a very limited run, I think it was like 10 or 20, of these custom rear cases. So that was really cool. And it was also a pleasure meeting the guy. He's actually a really genuine dude, down to earth. Yeah, it's actually awesome to see a CEO who can come down to our level, like, you know, a little blogger, and have a real conversation and just be, you know, one-on-one like a normal human. Awesome. Liked it. Also, we did a bit of a tour around New York, and you'll see a lot of the photos, obviously, from the trip that I've had so far. And yeah, they have, if you haven't been to New York before, and I don't know if this is just an American thing, pastrami sandwiches. We went to this deli, and oh my God, I got this sandwich because everyone's talking about these pastrami sandwiches is what they're known for. It was like this thick. I'm not kidding you. It was like this thick, and it was just delicious, and I could eat half of it, and then I just keeled over and died. It was incredible. New York's been really good to me. Had a lot of fun. It's pouring rain outside right now, and it's actually 1:30 in the morning. Clearly, I haven't adjusted to the time zone. But anyway, I need to get this stuff out to you guys. There will be a full review of the BlackBerry as soon as possible, but I want to make sure I have a real go of it, not like, you know, publish a review in a day without actually properly using it. If you have any questions or things you want me to test on the device, please let me know. But yeah, I think it's a really good start. Obviously, there's a few bugs, but it's a very, very good start, and it's, when you're using this, you forget that BlackBerry ever made those other phones. Seriously. Really well done. Come back at me. Let's speak soon. Thanks, guys, and bye.